morning. I thought we could kickstart off the new week, and it is actually the new moon, and it is actually Chinese New Year. So I thought, what a great way to start the vlogs again. I have missed vlogging so much, but I have honestly been so busy. I went on holiday around Christmas time, and then when I got back off holiday, which was so bizarre. Like, I've never been on holiday around Christmas time where like you're in a hot country and it's like sunny, and then you get back to England and it's like super rainy and cold. It felt so weird coming back and yeah, seeing like all the Christmas decorations and stuff after I'd just been in like a hot country. But after I got back from there, I immediately needed to get my Christmas shopping done because there was like a week before Christmas. So I needed to do my Christmas shopping. And then I spent a bunch of time with family over Christmas, which was really, really, really nice. I can't stop faffing about with my hair because I've just washed it. I feel like I've got so much to catch you guys up on. But yeah, had Christmas, had a lovely New Year's, and then January was my birthday, so I kind of just chilled, took the month really slow, and my other page has been super busy, which I've been so grateful for. So trying to find the time to like vlog in between has been really quite difficult, but I had a lovely birthday. I went out for dinner. I went out and found this new pizza restaurant, which I've been to a couple of times since, and it is delicious. I think it's rated the 13th best in Europe, and it is the most delicious pizza. It's like classic, authentic Italian style pizza. So I had that on my birthday and went antique shopping. And I didn't get anything in the antique shop because, not gonna lie, I didn't fancy spending upwards of almost £100 on a bowl or a mug. So I ended up going to Home Sense and picking up a few bits there because the guy in the shop was so funny. He was like, just so that you know, like, you can't get the quality of these things in like IKEA or anything. And I was like, obviously you can't get those quality of things in IKEA, but if I still drop the bowl, it's still gonna break. And knowing me, I probably will break it because I've actually got a plate that I need to fix with you guys this week as well, that I did actually break. So yeah, I kind of like didn't really think much about buying a bowl or something, but I have got some artwork from there. I did get a lovely print from there, and there's a few prints that I do want to collect there. I just wanted more ceramics, wanted a bit of like decor that I could use. But yeah, I went there. I hopped into a record player shop as well because I really want to get a record player and start collecting vinyls and stuff. So I was like getting a bit of inspiration for that. And then I've just been chilling. It's just been Valentine's Day. I had a lovely relaxing day. I did end up taking myself out for dinner the day after Valentine's because I just found like every time I've gone out like to take myself out for dinner for Valentine's, it's never been as great because obviously the staff are so busy and they're like swept off their feet trying to like host everybody and like kind of like just serve everybody and give everybody a good service. So I thought I'm gonna just leave it till Sunday and go and get a lovely pizza. So I did that, but I did end up ordering takeaway on Valentine's anyway, and it was delicious. And now we're here and it's Pancake Day. I feel like I've just word vomited at you for quite a while, but it is Pancake Day now, and obviously we've got to make Pancake Day, but we've got to make pancakes because, excuse me for a second, we're back in business. The boys are fighting again. Oh, he didn't want to fight. He wants that sunspot and he doesn't want anybody else to get in that sunspot because the weather has been horrible, but the last few days it has been so lovely and sunny. So yeah, I'm gonna make pancakes this morning. I'm thinking I really want a sweet pancake, so I've got some strawberries, some white chocolate, maybe a bit of maple syrup, and like maybe like some icing sugar like topped on top, just to kind of make it nice. But I've been like in the shop and I've been so confused because there's been literally no, let me just move the camera. Let me just adjust you. But yeah, I've been super confused because there's literally been no pancake mixes. And I don't normally do pancake mixes. I normally do my own pancakes with like buttermilk and do really fluffy pancakes. But I've not seen any mixes. And I've not seen like many Easter things. I don't know whether I'm just not looking in the right places, but I remember being young and like walking around the shop and there'd be like just big towers of just pancake mix everywhere. But there's literally been none when I've been going to the shop, so I don't know what that's all about. But I'm gonna get some pancakes made. I have got shrinky bacon and maple syrup because I am partial to a nice bacon and maple syrup on classic American pancakes. But I think for breakfast I'm gonna do strawberries and white chocolate and kind of just chill. But yeah, I've got so much to catch you guys up on, and I have a feeling it's going to be quite a busy week, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that. I've just been talking to you for 7 minutes, so let's get the weekly vlog started. I think I'm going to vlog every week. I think with the way work is now and I'm a lot busier, I think I'm just going to vlog like one thing a day and kind of make it a lot more quality than quantity, just so that I can still vlog, but I'm not trying to cram in like 3 to 4 different things every day. So I think I'm going to post these on Monday, but then vlog like Monday to Sunday, as opposed to like just doing like a few days each week, so that I can do like more quality each day. But yeah, I can't wait for my hair to dry. I hate using heat on it, and it dries fairly fast. Like the front is already pretty much dry, so yeah, let's go and make pancakes. She wants to come in, but she's terrified. Olive, are you just on one today? Is everybody scared of you? Is everybody scared of you? Look, it's literally her. Are you being a mister? Look how long your whiskers are. Such a beautiful boy. Oh, whiskers. We've just popped on this really cozy jumper because it is super cold after I've just been airing the house out, and I really like to air the house out on a new moon, and like a few times a week I like to just get fresh air in and everything feels all fresh, which I know you're not meant to do because it is Chinese New Year. You're not meant to wash your hair, you're not meant to open up the windows and the doors and let fresh air in. You're not meant to take out the trash because that can kind of like affect your look and things throughout the rest of the year. But honestly, I'm not that superstitious, which sue me. I find like for me, what works for me is just being very focused on my energy and feeling good and doing things that make me feel good, because I feel like if I was to copy what the trends are doing, copy what they do in the Chinese New Year, copy what any other people do all over TikTok, then I would only be making myself feel anxious and feel scared and feel like nervous, which I feel like would have the opposite effect on what the New Year is meant to be all about and what things are meant to be and how things are meant to go. Because a lot of things that happen in life, especially good things, they happen when you're on a really good frequency. And when I'm constantly in like a nervous wreck or doing things and going, oh no, I've opened up the windows, this means that I'm not going to receive any luck this year, then I've already set myself in that mindset of my year's going to be terrible because I did something you're not supposed to do, quote unquote. So yeah, sue me, not to get all woo-woo. I don't normally get woo-woo, but I thought, why not? Because I feel like a lot of people, yeah, kind of go in with a different mindset of things like that. Like, I used to be that person. I used to see like angel numbers and any signs, like seeing a butterfly or seeing 2 birds, and it only kind of made me kind of go into like, I don't know, some sort of like spiritual psychosis or something, where like you only rely on good things because of the external, as opposed to like really diving down and feeling good from within. But yeah, just a little disclaimer. Oh, you're falling. I am standing you up on my pestle and mortar, classic Caitlin style. But that's some of my new artwork there as well. I'm going to show you actually. Let me show you. Excuse the little reflection. Let me get here. Here we go. This is my little artwork. I think it's really funky. I wanted a sardine artwork for a while, and I found this at home since when I went for my birthday. It's got these like little glittery sardines, and I think it's really funky. But I'm going to get my ingredients out to make my pancakes now. I am just whisking my pancake batter, and it is so thick. I'm going to put some welly into this to like combine it. But look at that. Thick pancakes. I find like a lot of the UK tend to do crepes, which is fine. I like a crepe, and I feel like a crepe has its place, especially with some like lemon and sugar. But I love a proper thick American pancake. It's starting to smooth out now the butter. Oh. Pancake batter does not taste like much. Let me show you. My little batter. I'm gonna leave this to like sit, I think, for 10 minutes. The instructions said, look how thick it is. They're gonna be some fluffy pancakes. The final masterpiece of my pancakes. I'm well happy with them. Look how fluffy they look. I did buttermilk ones, of course, and pot maple syrup and white chocolate, strawberries, and a bit of icing sugar so that it looks super pretty. We should definitely taste it together. I rarely ever bring out these plates, but I thought it would be the perfect little display for my pancakes, but I'm so happy with them. Let's give it a try. Ugh. I always find like some people say the first pancake never turns out like as good, but for some reason, look how fluffy. But for some reason, the first ones of mine always end up being the best. I wonder why. Bit of everything. I melted the white chocolate so I could like drizzle it on. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. They are so fluffy. And then like the outside is like a little like crisp and then really fluffy in the middle. So it's like really light. Oh my god. Wow. I am thoroughly enjoying this. I love Pancake Day. So good. My lips have been so dry, so just popping on a little bit of this. But I wanted to share with you a hobby that I've recently started, because you guys know I love doing my painting and my colouring, and of course my reading. I've been reading a lot lately, with it being winter. But I've just started getting into a Sudoku, which I've been really enjoying actually. It's quite fun, and I feel like when I've been doing this, I've been noticing how much my brain, like certain points of my brain have not been worked enough. Like obviously I do a lot of creative stuff, but I don't do a lot of like puzzles and a lot of working out things. So I think I'm gonna do some Sudoku, and I might have to make another pancake. I might have to, guys. It was so good. I think I might just make one with some maple syrup, but that one was to die for. So I think I'm gonna have my little pancake and do some Sudoku. It's got really cool levels as well, because you've got like loads of them, all the way from like hard, super easy, to hard. So I can like fill them out, and I feel like when I go on holidays and when I'm like in the aeroplane and stuff, I can like use this as opposed to like reading a book. So I always find like if I'm like on a plane I find it really difficult to like read with like all of the sounds going on, so I feel like Sudoku would be really good to like have on the plane. So I'm definitely going to take this with me when I go on holiday in May. But yeah, I'm gonna do some of this and then I just chill out for the rest of the day. I've got a little bit of admin work to do. But yeah, I'm really excited. And I like how guidey this one looks. I found like some Sudoku books like look a little bit manly. This one's like really cute, it's thick, there's like hundreds of puzzles. So yeah, I really like this. And I did get a very special pen. Wait there. I did get a proper little pencil because these always remind me of my granddad, because my granddad loves Sudoku. It's like whenever I go around, he's always doing a Sudoku puzzle, which I think is what got me into wanting to try them. But you've got the little rubber that you can like take out and put in, and then of course the pencil, which you can like push up. And that's just really cool because I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. And it's just like a little way to remember to think about my granddad while I'm doing them. Good morning. It is another new day and I'm just getting ready today. I've got my hair all done and like my fringe that I've got in some rollers, and I'm drinking some hibiscus tea. I don't know if you can see how dark red that is, but I've really been enjoying hibiscus tea lately. I like the tanginess. It's kind of like, reminds me kind of like a cherry where it's like a little bit tangy, but I've been really enjoying that lately. So I'm just I'm just getting ready, and I've got a little bit of content to shoot this morning, so I'm just doing a little bit of makeup. One thing that I've learned is that I've got more of a high profile face, which is kind of essentially means that even if I put like a tiny bit of makeup on, it's still gonna look like a lot. Like I know some people have no profile faces, so if they put a lot of makeup on, they need a lot to like make a difference, whereas I've got quite a high profile face, so even if I put like the tiniest bit on, it can kind of look like a lot. So I do try and be really careful because I don't really like to have too much makeup on. I prefer to get like cakey, it kind of like just a little bit to kind of like draw out the natural features. And I don't really mind if like my natural skin complexion kind of like peeks through, like if I've got a blemish or something, I don't really mind it peeking through. I think I was seeing these things on TikTok where I was like, things I find chic, and I think one thing I find chic is like a little bit of a messy brow, like where it's not perfectly carved out and like done perfectly. It's just very like groomed, but like still like a little bit sparse around the edges. I think that looks really quite cute. But just getting ready to take some content, and yeah, I thought I could let you know what else I've got this week. So obviously today I'm doing content, and I've got one of my favourite lunches, which I'm going to show you guys. I've been loving this lunch so much. And then tomorrow I want to do some hobbies because I feel like I've been getting into my Sudoku, and it's meant that like some of my arts and crafts have definitely been a little neglected, so I'm just gonna do those. I've got a plate that I want to fix. It's this like Japanese plate technique. I can't remember the name of it, I'm gonna have to look it up. But they kind of use like glue to stick it together and then like have like little streaks of gold, so like running through the cracks. It kind of looks like gold, but there's also like options to do silver. I think this plate's really gonna look good with silver. And then I've got just a little bit of relaxing to do. I think I'm gonna do some yoga and chill out. And then this weekend I've actually got a party. It is a little family birthday party, but I am dressing up for it because the theme is music icons. So I'm really excited to dress up. I'm kind of doing a ginger spice sequin dress and like heels and a little like jacket, but I'll show you my outfit on Saturday. But I'm going to be travelling down to my family to go to that, so yeah. And then I think I'm going to stop off and see my dad too, and I think we're going for an Indian, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, it is a gloomy day today. I think we must have had our sun for the next 20 or so days. I always find like during this time it's a lot more difficult to get content taken, because obviously I want it to have like the best lighting and stuff, and I find natural daylight is the best, and I hate like using lots of light setups or anything like that. So when it has been sunny, oftentimes been getting up really early at like 7 a.m. just to be able to like film as much as I can and like take advantage of the sun. But I am yearning for spring. I can't wait to go on some walks. I can't wait to hike. I really want to go back to that place where there was wild horses. I was looking back at like my camera roll at like all of my different vlogs and pictures and things, and like where I was hiking, and I really want to go back to that place where I was feeding the wild horses. So I can't wait for it to get a little bit hotter and to do my gardening. I've actually left one of the sunflowers, you know that sunflower that it was blooming even into like November. I literally just left it because there was no chance I was going outside and how cold it was. I get cold very easily, so my house is always boiling hot, and there was no chance that I was gonna go out and get that sunflower down, so it's still up. So I think next month I'm gonna have like a day out in the garden, just sort of doing a little spring clean and getting it all tidy, ready for summer and barbecue season, because I got my barbecue quite late into the year last year, so I'm excited to kind of make more use out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna just finish up getting ready, film my content, and then I will probably have a chill day. My makeup is all done, and as you can see I went for a very simple skin and then quite dramatic on the eyes. I feel like I never really go for quite dramatic on the eyes, but yeah, I wanted to switch it up. And then the rest of my face is pretty natural. And then my favourite little lip gloss, which is this one. It's like a dark berry. I find like I can never wear anything else on my lips other than like a dark berry colour. But yeah, I really like the eyes. Yeah, that is my makeup today. One thing that I have been doing a lot of lately, especially because it's winter, has been reading. Now, I haven't read this much before in quite a while, but I was kind of on like a massive binge read because I was like, there's nothing else to do. Let me dive into a new series and let me read a few new books. So, starting off strong, I got into reading Throne of Glass. Now I am halfway through this because I found myself reading it a little bit too fast, and I really wanted to make sure that I took my time with it because I think there's 4 other books to read. So I'm halfway through, and I think that that's quite a good starting point, especially because this book doesn't really follow on from the story. It's kind of like a little addition. So I need to read this. But these 3 I read, and the ending of this one is quite a good ending to take a break, because I was like, I don't want to get into, I feel like the last year I've read a lot of fantasy, and I didn't want to get into a slump of reading fantasy because I do really like fantasy, and I think it is probably my favourite genre to read, but I didn't want to get into a slump. So I've read these 3. I'm going to read this one probably very soon because it's just kind of like a little information book, more so, kind of like more backstories, which will help me then connect the other 4 books. But I've been really enjoying these. I don't know which one my favourite is. I really liked the first one. I found the first one had quite a lot of like building, but it was really good. And I did find this one a little bit slow. It is the second book. I did find it a little bit slow, but oh hi. But I really enjoyed this one. I think this is probably my favourite one so far. And I think from now, come here, I think from now it speeds up. So I'm really excited to get back into reading this one. And yeah, so the next books that I have been reading, I've been seeing that the Housemaid movie has came out, so I thought I need to read it. I didn't want to read it, I didn't want to give into the hype and read it whilst it was like really hyped, but the hype didn't seem to die down, so I thought I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna give it a go. And I thought it was really good. I find like with the fantasy books, with Throne of Glass specifically, there's a lot of description and it takes a lot of mental energy to like really read, because you want so many cuddles, because yeah, it is just a lot of world building, a lot of character building, a lot of description, a lot of different stories that happen all at the same time. So I thought I need something that's a little bit more simple to read, and then I can go back to my fantasy and all of those kinds of books. But yeah, I did like the storyline. Again, I thought it was pretty simple. I thought it was kind of a book that I would read if I was on holiday, or if I was just like on the plane, like going on holiday. I would definitely read this because it's very quick, very simple. There's not like crazy description. It's just a very good story, a very good plot, a few little twists and turns. It's just, I would recommend this if somebody doesn't really read too much. And then I've just started, which I think is probably one of my favourite series I've read so far, and it is the Thursday Merge Club. I have been seeing this a lot, and I actually purchased this book probably a year or two ago, and I just never picked it up. I think I gave a few pages a read, and then I kind of just put it down, and I didn't really pick it back up again. So I thought, let me pick this up, let me give it a good go, because there is a Netflix show, I believe, that also has this on, and I'm really enjoying it. Kind of like a cozy murder with these like old pensioners, and they're all like solving murders and things like that, but it is definitely very funny. Like I think it says here, like it is just so funny, and I think because I'm British, this is giving 2000s Britain in the best way possible. It is so cozy, and there's like so many little funny bits and stuff. But yeah, I'm enjoying this, and I'm excited to get on to the other books. I think I might switch. I'm not normally a switcher-outer. I normally read a series and then move on to the next one. But I think I probably will read one Throne of Glass, then another of this, and switch them up, because again, this is a little bit more simple as opposed to like the long depths of description. Like the writing is literally tiny, whereas in here it is a lot bigger, and I am using a card as my little bookmark. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start on making my plate, fixing my plate, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. And you come here. No, come here. Come here. He is literally so cuddly. I call him my little hogger, because if you're cuddling the other cat, he will literally hog all of the attention. Isn't that right? To my glasses, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need a lot of concentration for this, but you can hear my broken plate, and it is this one. This one was my favorite plate, and it just broke in the dishwasher, but it's such a clean break, like as you can, such a clean break, that I think I can do this. I think it's called kintsugi, and it's a Japanese fixing technique which repairs it. You know, like when they purposefully break bowls and then pop them together with this like gold or silver glue. So I think I'm gonna have a go at this and see how it turns out. So this is my little plate that's broken. And then this is all the stuff. As you can see, you can choose like different metallics to fill in the gap. So I think I'm going to go for the silver because this is quite a muted blue colour. So I think silver would look really good. But I love this antique bronzy colour as well. I think they're like my favourite. So I'm glad I've got two of those. But this is the glue. And I think you hold it up with this because I think I've got to hold it up for like 24 hours. And then all of the instructions. So yeah. Okay, so cover the item with tape, seal it in a plastic bag, and lightly crack the item. Well, we don't need to crack the item because it is already cracked for us. Add glitter into the mixing cup. How much glitter do I put in? Okay, so this seems pretty easy. Should we put gloves on? Should I put gloves on or shall we just not? Let me see how they fit first because I don't usually like wearing gloves. No, I don't think they're going to fit. I've got quite small hands, so no gloves today. So pop the, it doesn't say how much glitter, just add glitter into the mixing pot. Okay, so we're going to do silver glitter. Okay, that wasn't meant to come off. Okay, well, we'll just do it this way. So add glitter into the mixing pot. Do you think that's enough? Yeah, I think that's enough. Don't get anywhere else. Glitter is so messy. Excuse if you can see the reflection. I should have got anti-glare glasses, but I didn't. Equal amounts of both of this. What the hell? Right. Or maybe these go in here. Yeah, guys, I think we're somewhere. Okay. So you use these. Ah! Whoa. We got it! So you use these to push out the glue. Jesus. Right, now mix for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this looks so good. Just like this. I'm going to use this to stick it all together, I guess. Okay. I'm going to get a clean one of these to stick it on. Let's pop this over there. And do I do it on, I think if I do it on this side, and then let it kind of like come on, and then I think it's going to be quite good. So just, I'm guessing just a thin layer because it will kind of like come out the sides, but yeah. This is such an interesting way of like break things. If you wanted them to have this look of like they've just been fixed, you can definitely purposefully break stuff too, which I think is like really cool. Okay, so I think that's one side, and then I think you do have to do the other side. I feel like it would only make sense to do both sides. So I'm gonna go in and do the second side. I have like a few plant pots as well that I really want to fix. Like when a plant pot gets broken, I feel like this would look so cute on I don't think this is dishwasher safe, so I think I am gonna have to hand wash this. Oh my god, the glue is already selling while you have to work fast. Okay. Good to know. Let's just stick this together and let's see if it works. Okay. Wow. Look at that. I think you have to just hold it till it's like 3 minutes until it's solid. Okay. Let's just sit here for 3 minutes and hold this plate like this. So it's been 5 minutes, so I think I can use this little scrapey tool here to kind of like scrape any of the excess. You see where it's like raised. So I think I'm gonna try and do that. Oh yes. Wow. Guys, this break is so slim. I don't know whether I might leave it raised. I feel like if I take all this off, it's that kind of a... I might clear up this side and then keep it slightly bumpy on this side. I think that could be the goal, because I quite like that it's like a little bit raised. I think like the texture's really cool. So I think I'm just gonna clear up the back. So do you see how thin that is? I don't know if that's gonna stay steady if I do it on both sides. So. Okay, so this is the finished look of my little plate. It's super cute, and I've just cleaned up the back, so the back is like nice and smooth, but then on the front it's like a little bit of artwork, and I think it's really cute. I'm definitely gonna do more of this when I've got things that break, because I think it adds like a little quirky touch. Just showing you from the back as well, I really feel like the silver looks perfect with this kind of like blue. And then the back I've just cleaned up. But yeah, super cute. Good morning, it is Friday and you just saw me do some yoga, but I'm just making some breakfast right now. And of course I've got my matcha, which I have really been getting back into. I found myself kind of reaching for coffee when winter approached, but now we're getting into spring. I want my matcha back again, and I can start to see a few little blossoms on the trees and some of my spring flowers coming up, which I'm very happy about because my body is yearning for spring. So good. But I have got my breakfast, which you saw me cook the nectarines, and I wanted to share with you what I've been enjoying recently. So this is nectarines, which are caramelized in some butter, and then I add a 1/4 cup of oats and also some maple syrup and cinnamon, and pop that on a bed of Greek yogurt. But it has been my go-to breakfast for like these transitional seasons, because I find like I don't want anything too wintry, too autumnal, and I don't think I've ever had peaches before. And then when I saw this way on TikTok to caramelize them, I thought I have to do that, and it's so delicious. It tastes quite autumnal, but then you've got the freshness of the Greek yogurt, and so it's really good. But yeah, I've got quite a slow day today because I do have the party that I'm going to tomorrow, so I'm kind of just gonna chill, have a bit of self-care, probably have a bath and do some fake tan. and kind of just like get ready for tomorrow, because I am actually travelling quite a while away to go to the party because it's a family party and I live a couple of hours away from my family. So yeah, I'm gonna have a very chill rest of the day because tomorrow will be a very busy one. But if I don't see you anymore today, I will see you tomorrow while I'm getting ready, and I will show you my outfit because I'm very excited to actually wear it. It is a little bit more out of my comfort zone, but I am quite excited. Now I thought, since I am going to be pretty busy tomorrow getting my outfit sorted, getting dressed, kind of like travelling and stuff, I will share with you my outfit today because then you guys get to see it. And I have a very fluffy friend that is looking quite intrigued with it. But here is my outfit. Obviously, Ginger Spice's iconic outfit has to be this British flag dress with the red boots. And then I thought, because it's cold, I just got myself this really fluffy cropped jumper that will kind of come to like about here, and then you'll see the rest of the dress. But I'm not going to try it on because I have had to adjust it at the bottom. I've just cut it so it kind of fits a little bit shorter because it was super long. And then so all of these sequins are like peeing off at the bottom, so I'm not going to try that. But yeah, I really like it. I'm kind of excited. It's definitely more out of my comfort zone. And then I got these like red boots, which I think match really nicely. If I do get any clips, I will share with you guys. But it is also my mum's birthday next week, so I am going to be seeing her and spending time with her on Sunday before I go out for dinner with my dad. So I might just share with you a few little clips of my weekend. But other than that, I hope you really enjoyed this vlog. I'm glad that we're back vlogging again, and I have a feeling this is going to be a very long one because I have been waffling. I have been waiting to share with you guys and to talk to you guys a lot more. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week.